AgXcel's GX7, we have a dual product installed on this planter here. This is a John Deere 1720 planter. Originally, when he had the system, he had the dual product on here for the sight glasses. He had an in-furrow of 1034.0, and then he had nitrogen putting out 15 gallons per acre for his bottom set of his sight glasses. So what we did, you don't have to utilize the current sight glass manifold, but in this case we did, and then we ran it down to the multi-flow flow meters here. So you have the option, if you want to, when you feed it to the flow meters, we have a 4-way fitting where you feed it to the top, where you can just feed it with a 3/4 hose or a 1-inch hose, just like how you would your sight glass manifold. But in this case, we didn't do that. So as we come out of the sight glasses, we're going into the flow meters, and then as we come out of the flow meters, we're just going down to the check valve at the row, and then down to the application point at the row unit. Looking at these flow meters here, the way he has it set up, this is a 12-row 30-inch. Coming into our first flow meter here, we're just coming in with a 1/4-inch tube, and then we're coming out with a 1/4-inch tube. Same deal, goes down to the row unit where the check valve is. As we come further down, he has his check valves mounted here. He's just using your traditional disc orifice setup inside these check valves, and then it'll go down into the row unit. So down at the row, he's just putting nitrogen on one side of the row. Here's his check valve that he's using. And then for his in-furrow, he's using a Keaton seed firmer. Right down here is where he's connecting to. And he's putting down 1034.0 just right down at the seed firmer here. For his pump system, he's had a GX2, one of our dual electric pump systems, for quite a while. This is his setup. I think he's had this for probably over 5 years, and he's actually using one of the older turbine flow meters we have. We use a magnetic flow meter now. It just shows the longevity though of these parts. They just keep going for them. On the back here, we have the GX7 board. We have it bolted down, and then this is where, from that board, all the harnessing is going to the flow meters. And then his GreenStar liquid controller, he's running this with the 2630. He has that in the back panel of the tractor, so I'll show you what that harnessing looks like too. So his GreenStar controller is mounted in the back of this panel. You'll see the ISO plug right here. So what we're doing, where this ISO plug is at, either if you're on a 1770 and you want to plug into the harnessing on that planter, this plug will be here. You can plug into that, or in this case on a stacker bar, he can have the harness on there as well if the GreenStar was mounted there. In this case though, he has it in the back of the tractor behind this panel. So where this plug is, this will be your ISO plug. Our tap cable shown on screen here, you would unplug this, you'll put in that foot-long tap cable, and then coming off that tap cable, we have a 4-pin. We'll then give you a cable, a 4-pin cable, that'll then go to the board, wherever you mount the board at. Typically, it's on the pump system, or you can mount it wherever. In this case, he kind of has it hidden here, but right down here is the 4-pin plug. Was plugging into the other side that's back here. But we have our foot-long cable. This 4-pin is where we plug into, and then that will lead back to the GX7 module.